Neymar to Barcelona looks unlikely. Arsenal keep pace with the top four. There's an incredible goalkeeping record that's been set, and we have a roundup of the day's transfer rumours. That and more coming up in the next few minutes as I am your host, Matt Froelich, here with the Onefootballers, and this is the Daily News. First up into the latest on Neymar's proposed move to Barcelona. There have been rumours flying around that the Brazilian wants to return to the Nou Camp to link up with former teammates Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi. However, it's obvious that the Barcelona president, Josep Bartomeu, has other ideas. When speaking about Ousmane Dembele the other day, he said that he is very happy with Dembele and he's already better than Neymar. Surely that's completely put the last nail in the coffin and Neymar can forget about any move back to Barcelona. Given the fact that Ousmane Dembele is about 7 years younger than Neymar and he's already better, according to the president, well, it doesn't hold out much hope for them. If you think that on the other side of the attack he could replace Suarez or even Lionel Messi, well, they've got a few years left in them, and by that time, Neymar will be a few years old, and I don't really think they'll be looking to spend so much money on someone who's going to be approaching their 30s. Rather, they're going to go for a more youthful look. Much has been said about life after Lionel Messi, and the president has said within the last few months that they are thinking about it, and with the signing of Frenkie de Jong, apparently Matthijs de Ligt is going to join, and a few others rumoured to be joining, including Luka Jovic, it's clear that Barcelona are looking to the future and not to Neymar. Now, this apparently won't bother Neymar, or specifically his dad, who has said in the last few days that his son doesn't actually want to leave Paris. However, for me, this is a complete and utter bluff. He's clearly just saying that because he doesn't want to look embarrassed that he's offering his son's services to Barca or even to Real Madrid, only for them to reject him. So at the moment, it looks like Neymar will be staying, but I can't say he'll be too happy about it. But now on to some Premier League action, and Arsenal have kept a clean sheet away from home for the first time this season. This at the 16th time of asking. They managed to win 1-0 against Watford yesterday with a little help from the referee. I say that, however, Troy Deeney has made a massive error. Now, the Arsenal opened the scoring within the first 10 minutes when Aubameyang closed down Ben Foster's clearance, but it was after that that Troy Deeney made the stupid error of lifting his arm to Lucas Torreira. The referee, yes, it may seem a little bit harsh, but as I always say on this channel and always recommend to any young footballers watching out there, do not give the referee a decision to make. Deeney barely caught him, it wasn't too aggressive. However, don't lift your arm in the first place. Deeney's an experienced pro, he's over 30 years old and he should know better. However, with that, Watford almost won the game. They had far more chances than Arsenal, and it'll be a worrying sign for Unai Emery's team that they barely managed to hold on against a 10-man Watford side. You'd like to think that with Troy Deeney on the pitch, they probably could have got a point and maybe even won the game. However, this keeps Arsenal well in the race for the top four and a return to Champions League action next season, which will be pretty impressive for Unai Emery's first season. They currently sit level with Chelsea on 66 points, just 1 point behind North London rival Spurs in third. Now, last night saw one of the most incredible goalkeeping performances probably ever, and it came from Serie A. And it's not the big names that you'd expect, but a name that's so hard to pronounce I'll probably butcher it. But Bartomeu Dragowski, the Polish goalkeeper from Empoli, managed to keep out Atalanta last night in a 0-0 draw. Atalanta had 47 shots on Empoli's goal, 17 of which were saved by the goalkeeper. This is absolutely ridiculous. Compared to the record of 10 which David De Gea made in the Premier League, it is a record since stats began back in 2004, but that's only from Opta, who have been recording all the data since. Probably in the history of Italian football, I'm not even sure there's been that many saves in Serie A. Of course, we're not overly sure on all of the records, but if you do know, let me know in the comments section below. And is this the single greatest goalkeeping performance we've seen in recent years? Now, I'm not saying that just one game is good enough to get you a transfer, but the goalkeeper is on loan from Fiorentina and they've got Alba Lafont as their number one. He's 19 years old, so could be number one for the next few years. Maybe a few clubs will now be looking at the Polish shot stopper to fill in between the sticks. Of course, he's still number two in the national side to Wojciech Szczesny. However, things could change pretty soon. And last up, we come to a roundup of the day's transfer news from around Europe. And despite the looming transfer ban, Chelsea are still interested in Dortmund's Alexander Isak. The forward is currently on loan in Holland, where he's managed to bag 12 goals in his first 12 games. However, as mentioned before, if that transfer ban does come in, then Chelsea will be signing absolutely nobody. Elsewhere, in Inter Milan are interested in bringing in Manchester City midfielder Ilkay Gundogan. Bayern Munich have moved into pole position to sign Lille's Nicolas Pepe. And lastly but not least, Manchester United, PSG PSG and Juventus are all interested in signing Sporting Lisbon's Bruno Fernandes, who has scored an incredible 28 goals from midfield this season. So there you have it. That's all from me for today's daily news. But make sure you let me know in the comment section below all of your thoughts on the transfer news, on whether or not that's the greatest goalkeeper performance all time, if Arsenal can get into the top 4, and whether or not Neymar will still be at PSG come next season. Who else can afford to pay his ridiculous wages? Of course, while you're down there, you can also hit the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos that we've got going on Onefootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later.